So I thought I'd take a little video here of brew day, show you my brew in a bag rig. So this is my brew in a bag in a bucket. So it started off being a 30 litre plastic HDPE plastic fermenter, which I bought for about $30. Just from the local homebrew shop, and I have wrapped it in an old camping floor mat that I've then covered with gaffer tape, just so you can see there. So you know, it stays nice and clean, and I can spray it off if I need to. And what we're brewing today is a Stone and Wood Pacific Ale. So I'll take you through what I've kind of done to build this little rig. So I've got two Kmart kettle elements. These kettles are $5. So you basically just take them apart, rip the element out of it, and there's also a silicone seal that is in the kettle, and what you need to do is you just need to cut a hole in the bucket the same diameter as what's in the kettle. So you just measure that and make a little template, and then the silicone seal fits inside the hole, and you can see there's 3 screws there. So the screws clamp the element and the backing plate here together against the silicone, and forms a watertight seal. So I haven't had any leak at all out of those 2 holes. I have had a few leaks out of the bottom bung here at where the tap is, but we've managed to fix them. So this one came with a 3/4 inch hole at the bottom, which was threaded. Just wait for the plane to go over. So I've basically used a whole bunch of brass fittings here to make it work. So I've got a kind of brass nipple there, double-sided nipple onto a ball valve, onto an elbow, onto a garden irrigation fitting, and these are just I think they're Nilex brand brass fittings. So they're about $5 each, but they are really good, extremely watertight. You can move them around so they wobble a little bit and no leakage, and that's just some nylon tubing. I think it's 12mm. So it fits inside the garden hose fittings up here, and this is a little brown pump. So you can buy these online off eBay or on the Keg King website. Always try and shop local if you can. But this is the first time I've set up this rig. First time I've also used this pump. So far, no dramas. It's been mashing and pumping away now for about the last hour. So it's getting pretty close for me to mash out. It's extremely quiet. You probably can't even hear it at all, but it is on, as you can see. So then out of the little pump, more brass fittings, more tubing, more brass fittings onto a brass elbow, and I've got a brass irrigation fitting. There's a little spray nozzle at the top there, and that recirculates it back over the grain bed. So what we've got, I think normally what I might aim at doing is probably a slightly lower volume mash, because as you can see, this volume, which was about 25 litres in here, didn't really leave enough space between the nozzle and the top of the mash to spread that cone. So that's kind of spraying into one spot, still keeping the temperature pretty consistent. And so yeah, mashing it 65. So I've got one element currently, this one here on the right, currently plugged in to this temperature controller. So mashing at 65 before a mash out of, I think it's 75, I'll have to double check that. But yeah, it's all looking pretty good so far. So just above the element, I've just got a little plate that I've put in with a couple of stainless steel bolts just to keep the bag off the kettle elements. So what else can I tell you? Oh, the pump, you need to do a little bit of wiring yourself. So it comes with a short tail of wires just out to here, and there's a 12 volt, so you need to find a little converter. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've got a drawer full of these bloody things, from like Christmas lights, old phone chargers, any kind of, you know, small electronic devices have something similar to this. So I just kind of scrap through there, find one you don't need, and the output has to be 12 volts, and it has to be kind of between 1.5 and 2 amps. So that's what you're kind of looking for, 1.5 to 2 amps. That's the main thing really, and 12 volts obviously. And then I haven't actually finished wiring them up, but it's really low voltage, so don't need to worry too much about that. I'll tape him up once I've finished today. And yeah, so planning on hopping this with Galaxy hops, and we'll do a 30-minute first edition of 15 grams. I'll do a 0-minute edition of 15 grams, and that's just whilst I'm doing the whirlpool and chilling. So I've got a counterflow, an immersion chiller just over there, ready to go. Yeah, so then that'll probably take about 10-15 minutes, so there'll be 15 grams sitting in there for then, and then I'll do a dry hop, and I think I'll probably up the dry hop to around about 60 grams for 3 to 4 days. Really get that kind of passion fruit, tropical fruit flavours punching through. So anyway, that's my little brew rig, and that's what's happening today.